Hello students, let us solve some examples based on the topic quadrilaterals from standard 9th. In the earlier session we have studied all the basic parts, properties of a parallelogram. In this session we are going to solve some examples based on those properties of a parallelogram. The first question is diagonals of a parallelogram WXYZ intersect each other at point O if measure of angle XYZ is equal to 135 degree, then what is the measure of angle XWZ and angle YZW? And also, it is asked that if length of OY is 5 centimeter, then what will be the length of WY? Now to solve this, we need to draw a diagram. So let us have this diagram. Quadrilateral WXYZ is a parallelogram as it is given. Measure of angle XYZ is given to be 135 degree. So this is the angle is 135. And from this we have to find the measure of angle XWZ and measure of angle YZW. So to start with, we know that angle XYZ and angle XWZ, these are opposite angles of a parallelogram. And by the property of parallelogram, opposite angles of a parallelogram are congruent. So here angle XYZ is given to be 135 degree. That's why angle XWZ is also 135 degree. Now consider another pair of angles of a parallelogram WXYZ, that is XYZ, and angle YZW. So these two angles are adjacent angles of a parallelogram. And we know that adjacent angles of a parallelogram are supplementary. That's why their sum will be 180 degree. That is angle XYZ plus angle YZW is 180. Now here we have the measure of angle XYZ. It's given to be 135. So I'll replace plus angle YZW is equal to 180 degree. Now we'll transfer 135 to the right hand side to get angle YZW is equal to 180 minus 135. That is angle YZW is equal to 45 degree. So this is the answer of the second question. Now it's given that OY is 5 centimeter and from that we have to find the length of WY. Now to solve this, we have to use the another property, that is diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. That means here point O makes two equal parts of diagonal WY. That is WO is congruent with OY. So by that we can have the relation that OY must be half of WY. That's why the length of OY is given. We'll replace here by 5. That is equal to 1 half into WY. If we transfer 1 half to the left hand side, it will be 5 into 2, that is equal to WY, and 5 into 2, that's 10 is equal to WY. That means the length of WY is 10 centimeter. So this is the answer of the third question. Now let us consider the second question. In a parallelogram ABCD, if measure of angle A is 3x plus 12 degree, measure of angle B is 2x minus 32 degree, then find the value of x and then find the measures of angle C and angles T. So to solve this question also we need a diagram. So let us draw a quadrilateral ABCD which is given to be a parallelogram. So quadrilateral ABCD is a parallelogram. In this measures of angle A and angle B are given. So angle A is 3x plus 12 degree, angle B is 2x minus 32 degree. Now as these two are adjacent angles of a parallelogram, that's why measure of angle A plus measure of angle B will be equal to 180 degree because adjacent angles of a parallelogram are supplementary. I will replace the values. Measure of angle A is 3x plus 12 degree and measure of angle B is 2x minus 32. So if we add them, we'll get 180. 3x plus 2x will be 5x and plus 12 minus 32 it will be minus 20 is equal to 180. We transfer minus 20 to the right hand side to get 5x is equal to 180 plus 20, that is equal to 200. We have to find the value of x, so we'll transfer 5 to the right hand side, so it will be in the denominator. So 200 divided by 5, that will be 40. So here the value of x is 40 degree. Now here as we can see angle A and angle C are opposite angles of a parallelogram. They must be congruent because opposite angles of a parallelogram are congruent. So angle A is equal to angle C is equal to 3x plus 12. We have just found the value of x. So we should replace here x by 40. So 3 into x, that is 3 into 40 plus 12. 3 into 40 is 120 degree plus 12, that is equal to 132. So measure of angle C is 132 degree. Similarly, there is another pair of opposite angles, that is angle B and angle D. So they must be also congruent. So angle B is equal to angle D is equal to 2x minus 32. Again, if we replace here x by 40, we will get 2 into 40 minus 32. 2 into 40 is 80 minus 32, that will be 48 degree. So the measure of angle D is 48 degree. So here measure of angle C is 132 and measure of angle D is 48 degree. Next question is, perimeter of a parallelogram is 150 centimeter. One of its sides is greater than other side by 25 centimeter. Find the lengths of all sides. So for this one also we need a diagram. So let us draw a diagram ABCD, which is a parallelogram which is given. Now as it is a parallelogram, the opposite sides of parallelogram must be congruent, that is AB and CD, which are opposite sides of parallelogram, they must be congruent, and AD and BC, these are also opposite sides of a parallelogram, so they must be congruent. So the reason is opposite sides of a parallelogram. Now let us consider AD is equal to BC is equal to x centimeter, and as it is given in the question that for a parallelogram, one side is greater than the another side by 25 centimeter. So if we consider AB and AD, we have assumed it as x centimeter, so its adjacent side must be greater than 25, so it can be written as x plus 25. And similarly, if AB is x plus 25, its opposite side, that's CD, is also x plus 25 centimeter. So this is by given. Now as the perimeter of quadrilateral ABCD is given to be 150 centimeter, we know that perimeter of any diagram means sum of lengths of all of its sides. So for quadrilateral, there are 4 sides are there. It is AB, BC, CD and AD. So we just add them, AB plus BC plus CD plus AD, that is equal to 150. Now here AB is x plus 25, BC is x, CD is again x plus 25 and AD is assumed to be x. That is x plus 25 plus x plus 25 plus x is equal to 150. Now if we add x plus x plus x plus x, that's 4 times. So it should be 4x plus 25 plus 25, it is 50, that is equal to 150. Now we'll transfer 50 to the right hand side to get 4x is equal to 150 minus 50. Now 4x is equal to 150 minus 50, that's 100. We have to find the value of x. So we'll transfer 4 to the right hand side. So it will be in the denominator. So we get 100 by 4. If we divide 100 by 4, we get x is equal to 25. That is, the length of AD is equal to BC is equal to x centimeter. That means AD is equal to BC is equal to x, that is equal to 25 centimeter. So the length of pair of opposite sides, that is AD and BC, is 25 centimeter. Now there is another pair of opposite sides, that's AB and CD, which we have considered to be x plus 25. Now we replace here x by 25 to get 25 plus 25, that's 50 centimeter. So in this case, for quadrilateral ABCD, which is a parallelogram, the length of AD and BC is 25 centimeter and length of AB and CD is 50 centimeters. Fourth question is, if the ratio of measures of two adjacent angles of a parallelogram is 1:2, find the measures of all angles of a parallelogram. Now to solve this, we draw a quadrilateral PQRS, which is a parallelogram given. So we'll write that firstly. Let quadrilateral PQRS be a parallelogram. Now as it is a parallelogram, its opposite angles must be congruent. That is, angle P and angle R are opposite angles. That's why they are congruent. Similarly, there is another pair of opposite angles, that is angle Q and angle S. So they must be also congruent, that is angle Q is equal to angle S. And the reason is opposite angles of a parallelogram. Now it is given that the ratio of measures of adjacent angles of a parallelogram is 1:2. So if we consider the angles P and Q, their ratio is 1:2. Now it is given the ratio of these two angles is 1:2, out of which we have to consider the acute angle, which is angle Q. Its part is 1 and the obtuse angle is angle P. So its proportion is 2. Now if we consider these two angles P and Q, as we can see, Q is an acute angle and angle P is obtuse angle. So if we multiply 1 and 2 by a common multiple x, we get the measure of angle Q as x and measure of angle P as 2x. So measure of angle P is 2x and measure of angle Q is x. Now as we know, these two are adjacent angles of a parallelogram, and we know the property that adjacent angles of a parallelogram are supplementary. That's why if we add these two, that is measure of angle P plus measure of angle Q, it will be 180, because these are adjacent angles of a parallelogram. Now we have to replace measure angle P by 2x and measure of angle Q by x, that is equal to 180 degree. So 2x plus x, that will be 3x, is equal to 180. We have to find the value of x. That's why we transfer 3 to the right hand side. So we get x is equal to 180 by 3. And if we divide 180 by 3, we will get 60. So here the measure of angle Q, that is equal to angle S, which are opposite angles to each other, that is equal to x. That means measure of these two angles is 60 degree. And there is another pair of opposite angles, that is angle P and angle R, which is equal to 2x. So we have to replace here x by 60. So 60 into 2, that will be 120. So measures of angles Q and S are 60 degree and measures of angles P and angle R are 120 respectively. Fifth question is, diagonals of a parallelogram intersect each other at point O. If AO is 5, BO is 12 and AB is 13, then show that quadrilateral ABCD is a rhombus. So initially it is given that quadrilateral ABCD is a parallelogram. So we draw a diagram, that is ABCD is a parallelogram. Now as we know the property of a parallelogram, that diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. That's why diagonal AC makes two equal parts of diagonal BD and diagonal BD makes two equal parts of diagonal AC. So by that we can write AO is equal to CO is equal to 1/2 AC. That means both of these parts AO and CO will be half of diagonal AC. Similarly, BO is equal to DO is equal to half of diagonal BD. I will call this as equation number 1, and the reason is diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. Now consider triangle AOB. So for this triangle, we have the lengths of three sides, that is we can write here AB square is equal to AO square plus BO square, as the length of AB is given to be 13, length of AO is given to be 5 and length of BO is given to be 12. So if we make square of 13, it will be 169, and if we add the squares of AO square and BO square, it will be 25 plus 144, that is equal to 169. So here we get the two sides equal. That means for triangle AOB, we have AB square, that is equal to AO square plus BO square. That means for this triangle, the square of one side is equal to sum of squares of remaining two sides. So that's why by using the converse of Pythagoras theorem, we can say that the triangle AOB is a right angle triangle. Now, if triangle AOB is a right angle triangle, that means angle AOB must be 90 degree, that is AC must be perpendicular to BD. So hence in equation 1 we have proved that these two diagonals bisect each other, and from equation number 2 we have proved that these diagonals are perpendicular to each other. That means diagonals of quadrilateral A, B, C, D are the perpendicular bisectors of quadrilateral A, B, C, D. And if it is so, then we know the property of a rhombus, that the diagonals of a rhombus are perpendicular bisectors of each other. That means, as for quadrilateral A, B, C, D, diagonals are perpendicular bisectors, so the quadrilateral A, B, C, D must be a rhombus. And that is, we have to prove. That is, quadrilateral A, B, C, D is a rhombus. Sixth question is, diagram is given over here, and in this diagram, it's given that quadrilateral PQRS and quadrilateral ABCR both are parallelogram. If measure of angle P is 110, which is given, then find the measures of all angles of quadrilateral ABCR. So for this one, we have to find measures of all of these four angles, that is, measures of all angles of quadrilateral ABCR. So let us consider firstly the given statement that quadrilateral PQRS and quadrilateral ABCR are parallelogram, and angle P is equal to 110, that's given. Now in diagram, as you can see, angle P and angle R are opposite angles, so they must be congruent, as these are the opposite angles of a parallelogram, so they must be congruent. So if angle P is 110, angle R is also 110 degree. So for angle R, we can also call angle ARC, which is the one of the angles of quadrilateral ABCR. So measure of angle ARC is 110 degree. Now consider quadrilateral ABCR, which is again also a parallelogram. For this angle, angle ABC is equal to angle ARC, because these are opposite angles to each other. And just we have found the measure of angle ARC is 110. That's why measure of angle ABC is also 110. So that is the second measure of angle of quadrilateral ABCR. Now to find the next one, consider angle ABC plus angle BAR. So if we add these two angles, as we know these are the interior angles, and we know interior angles are supplementary, that's why if we add angle ABC and angle BAR, it will be 180 degree because of interior angles. Now instead, out of this, measure of angle ABC is found to be 110, so we'll replace here 110 plus measure of angle BAR is equal to 180 degree. To find measure of angle BAR, transfer 110 to the right hand side. So we will have angle BAR is equal to 180 degree minus 110 degree. So 180 minus 110 will get 70 degree. So this is the measure of angle BAR. Now as there is another angle which is exactly opposite to angle BAR is angle BCR. So if BAR, measure of angle BAR is 70 degree, measure of angle BCR also will be equal to 70 degree, because these are opposite angles of quadrilateral ABCR. So in this way, here we have found the measures of four angles of quadrilateral ABCR.